This is a video I never thought I'd have to do. I lied. I knew this was coming. YouTube in their ways. Wow. Okay. So, welcome back, everyone. If you are watching this, I have probably been released of my strikes. We'll get to that in a minute. But if you're watching this, I'm probably allowed to post once again on my YouTube channel. I have not been able to do so for over 2 weeks. So before we start this off today, I just want to give a huge shout out to a couple of people. First and foremost, Jason and Matt over at Gun Trader Dan in St. Pete. They've been essential in helping me here with the channel on NFA Review channel, so I can get these products in hand quickly and get the reviews out to all of you. So huge shout out to them. Go check them out. You know where to find them. You know how to use Google. Gun Trader Den, St. Pete. We have to be careful now about directing people to gun shops and such. Next up, Capital Armory. Awesome folks over there at Capital Armory. They help out a lot here financially on the channel by purchasing advertising spots. And it goes a long way. It helps a lot with my expenses. And I just wanted to give them a personal shout out. They've been with us for a while now. And they are also our title sponsor at Suppress Fest 2023. I'll go ahead and put up the banner here. As you can see, I've only been accepting vendor registration for about a week now, and then as you can see, I only have about 5 spots left on the firing line. So good news travels fast. This event's going to be awesome. And then last but not least, I want to thank Owen over at American Suppressor Association for really bringing out the big guns and helping with exactly the topic of today's discussion. So let's rewind a little bit. Why do I do what I do? So I started my channel, actually I had to look it up. I started my channel in 2007, okay, just for fun. This was when YouTube was in its infancy stages. Nobody really used YouTube back then. People would just put cat videos up there, dog videos. I would go to the range and film myself and my friends shooting. Fast forward a couple years, I think I filmed my first review, a crappy one, in 2010 range, somewhere around there, because I bought my first suppressor, I want to say in 2008. Somewhere around there, and it took about a year to get the tax stamp, as I had no affiliation with an SOT back then. And suppressors were not mainstream at all, and the information on them was scarce, if not nowhere to be found. And it sucked. It sucked for me because I ended up buying this AWC Archangel Titanium. It was my first suppressor. I should have grabbed it. It's in the safe inside. I just leave it on the floor in the bottom. It's a sealed titanium 22 can. It's outdated, and it's still decently quiet. You can shoot it in the backyard and get away with it. But the point is, I waited a long time, and it got outdated quickly. As the industry started to pick up, Silencer Co. and AAC, they started pumping out new products. Gemtech back then, AWC. So you got some big players that are still around. But the information on the products was just, you couldn't find it because nobody was really buying them, and like they are now. It's crazy now. I should have looked this up for the video. I don't know the percentage increase since like 2009 to now, but it is exponentially more people have got into the suppressor game. So long story short, I started to review the suppressors that I would buy and wait 9-10 months for. So if somebody else was looking to buy them, they could at least look at my channel and get some sort of insider information on it, how it comes apart, how it cleans, what it kind of sounded like, the microphones back then. I've always strived to have good audio, and as I was progressing, I wasn't making any money off this, so I was just dumping money that I was making from the fire department into the channel, and I would get a better camera and a better microphone as the years went on. And so I've been doing this professionally, I guess you could say, on my off days from the fire department for 13 years. In there, I developed NFA review shoots and Suppress Fest, which we stuck with. I kind of phased out the NFA review shoots, and we're sticking with Suppress Fest. All that to say, I have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this business. So imagine my fucking surprise 2 weeks ago when I woke up to go to the fire department, go to my shift, and I saw an email from YouTube that I had a warning. Now, typically, over the past 6 months or so, I would just get a notification that they just flat out deleted a video, okay? It's very random. Maybe once or twice in the last year they've done it for reasons I still don't know. So I was very surprised that I got a warning, and it was very, I don't know if I grabbed a screenshot. If I did, I'll throw it up. I know I threw them up on my Instagram account for sure. But in there was a pretty red flag warning stating that if it happens again, I'll get a strike. I won't be able to post for X amount of days, and then I can get another strike. I won't be able to post for 2 weeks. So, you know, I said, okay, that's weird. What did they change recently? I couldn't find anything on it. There's no information published anywhere that I could find immediately because it was all about homemade suppressors and illegal stuff. Well, nothing on my channel is homemade nor illegal. So I go to work, and I want to say the next day or two, boom, I get a strike. My first strike ever, 13 years. No warning. Well, I guess I did get a warning, but no explanation as to what I exactly violated. I appealed it. Within hours, they shot down the appeal with a canned response. No human interaction at all. I'm like, well, fuck me, right? So then SHOT Show was here. I didn't really have time to deal with it. I had to get on a plane to Vegas and go work the show for 4 or 5 days, whatever it is. And I had to bust out content, which is now on my Rumble channel. More on that in a minute. So I just, you know, I didn't have the man hours to like figure it out, right? Right before I left for SHOT Show, a really great guy who is part of a YouTube channel that I can't mention, as I told him I wouldn't, because I don't want him to get in trouble with his YouTube handlers. I don't have a YouTube handler because my channel's not large enough, because YouTube hates me and shadow bans me. So he reached out to his handler, and they essentially, I was told, were going to put me on a list to where I'd be kind of like set aside and I wouldn't be targeted while they figure out this whole thing on why they were told the automated system was targeting gun channels all of a sudden. Okay. So I was like, hey man, I really appreciate that, you know. So I went to SHOT Show. At SHOT Show, I'm filming, right? My phone just starts going nuts. YouTube in 2 days deleted 22 videos from my channel. 22 videos, and then gave me a second strike. So I'm in Vegas, I'm working my ass off. I get my second strike and 22 video deletes. So now I'm like, well, I don't even know what's gonna happen. Can I even post these videos in 2 weeks when my second strike comes off? Or will they give me a third and my video will go bye-bye? Or not my video, my channel. So a lot of uncertainty. So I had, right before I left for SHOT Show, I set up a Rumble account, rumble.com/NFA Review Channel. And Rumble is like YouTube 2.0. It's like YouTube was in its infancy back. Remember I was discussing YouTube, nobody really used it in 2007? Well, that's what Rumble is right now. It's more conservative based, but it's not just gun stuff. It's not like Full 30, right? You can post anything on it. So it's starting to pick up steam now because everybody's getting pissed off at what's been happening over the last 2 weeks. So that's kind of where we are right now. So I woke up yesterday morning, you know, it's, is this watch right? It should be. Yeah, it's February 5th right now. And I woke up yesterday, the 22 videos that they deleted were magically back, no explanation. And all my strikes were removed out of nowhere. So what had happened was Owen, who I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Owen Miller over at ASA, he reached out to the executives or whoever he did at YouTube, and with them and all the other handlers for the other large YouTube channels, they created some common ground, and they came to an agreement to leave us the F alone for a while. So again, I don't know what a while is. I'm not going to simp for YouTube, basically what this video is. So here's what's going to happen. Right now, they now understand the difference between a homemade suppressor and a commercial suppressor, which I explained in all my rebuttals that they just sent me canned responses for and deleted my shit anyway. They all of a sudden understand what it means to be illegally store-bought, and of course you can legally make your own as well, but let's not go there. 30-round magazines. So like this whole thing happened, you couldn't show the insertion of a 30-round magazine. You couldn't show full auto. You couldn't show the takedown of an AR-15 or parts being installed. You couldn't show a suppressor being screwed on because God forbid the kids saw that and figured out how to screw a suppressor on a firearm. So all that's gone now, like magic. So as far as like directing people to Capital Armory, you know, my sponsors here, I'm just gonna have to stick with the loophole, which is putting them in the comment section, all the promo codes, and then I'll pin it to the top. Okay, so we'll stick with that for a while. Now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to continue to do business as usual, and I'm going to film my reviews for all my clients and pump out content for y'all. But about halfway through the review here on YouTube, the screen's going to turn black. I'm going to have a URL for rumble.com/NFA review channel. And if you guys want to see the shooting sequences, you could go to my Rumble account. I highly suggest you subscribe there, because God knows how long they're going to just tag us along until they finally ban all firearms from YouTube. So, you know, we can kind of see the writing on the wall here. You know, we've had plenty of warnings over the years. This one was the starkest one of them all. So, like I said, I'm going to edit my videos as usual. I'll have one edit for Rumble. I'll have one edit for YouTube. My YouTube channel will get everything that Rumble gets except the shooting sequences. So, I highly suggest, before they delete my channel, to head to rumble.com/NFA review channel, and let's let freedom ring over there. Okay, they don't seem to censor us like YouTube and a lot of the other content creators going over there. Now I know Rumble is nowhere near as smooth as operating as YouTube. You know, it's very easy to get on a gun channel and then start scrolling and you get sucked into shorts. It's an algorithm. They know how we think. They know how to advertise to us. You'll get stuck on watching all kinds of shit. Volleyball, you know, TNA, of course, they know guys watching. Car channels like Daily Driven Exotics and stuff, and sports stuff, whatever you're into, it'll suck you in, right? I'm sure Rumble will get there, but until we start interjecting advertising money into Rumble and giving them the power to build up past YouTube, it's not going to happen. Now, we have a lot of movement. All the large gun channels that you guys are subscribed to, if you're watching mine, they also have a Rumble channel. So please go subscribe to theirs too, just not mine. You know, subscribe to us all. Let's go. The cool thing about Rumble is they give you the ability to monetize right out of the gate, and it's a good percentage. It's pretty much the same as YouTube. I actually turned off all monetization on YouTube because F them, I don't care. I wasn't making that much. I think I was making like $300 a month off YouTube ads because they suck. So where was I? Yeah, so, you know, Rumble's it. You know, if we all start kind of using our gun channels, all my other content creators, if you happen to be watching this, if we start using our channels to still post on YouTube, we still money grab, okay, at all the advertising that you guys do and get. You guys have large channels. I get it. You have families, you have mouths to feed. I'm not saying leave YouTube. I'm saying use YouTube to advertise the Rumble channel and send the traffic over there. Because one day we will be shut off from YouTube and we need to be prepared for it. So that's what this video is about. Hope you guys are caught up now. Hopefully I can, by the time I get from here, edit it and walk inside, I'm not banned from YouTube, but who knows. So again, thank you guys for all your support over the last 13 years. It's very humbling. I love y'all. And Suppress Fest 2023 is coming up November. I'm going to unlock the Suppress Fest website. I want to say like April 1st. I know, bad day to pick, but whatever. And then ticket sales are going to be limited. So more on that soon, but the banner's looking pretty badass right now. So thanks again to all my sponsors. Thanks again for all you guys. And no, I did not forget about my Patreon members. You guys are awesome. You guys help more than you know. And now that I can kind of breathe a little bit with everything that's been going on, I'm going to start to do some broadcasts only on Patreon. So thank you guys for that. And hope you guys enjoy all the discounts that I've gotten you guys over the years. And of course, I'm going to strive to get you more. See you next time.